Where's my face? Oh, there it is. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please ignore the disappearance of my face for a split second there. It is I, halfmango, back with your regularly scheduled DFO stream. Hope everyone's having a fine evening today. What day is it today? It's August 9th, 2023, a Wednesday. Halfway through the week. As usual, doing some dailies to warm up and wait for people to come by, swing by, or whatever they want to do by. Gabe? No, absolutely not. In case anyone else sees this bastard selling golden barrels, don't bother because it's a massive ass scam. 1800 gold per? No way. Go away. Go away. Man, ho, excuse me? I know what you meant. Hello, sleeper. Good to see you again. I need to use that joke. That's a pretty good one, actually. How am I? I'm doing fine. It's my sleep schedule's busted, but there's nothing wrong with that. Or rather, nothing special about that. It happens every week. Otherwise, not much going on nowadays. Oh, but you, sleeper. Hope you're having a fine week so far. Halfway through the week today. Wait, hold up. I didn't. How did I miss that? Thank you. Let's see, give me that. Thank you. We're done. Those are done. Ooh, another one done. And these are done as well. Almost there into the next level. Still some away from the silver amp though. Ryan Corp, please. Let me store some money here. Okay. But yeah, just chilling, doing some dailies until some people swing by, so I can move on with what I'm actually gonna talk about, which are about today's KDNF test server balancing patch and some lore stuffs, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing as the lore nerd of the team. I get that. Thank you. Ooh, that's a lot of money. I'm guessing the amp event is draining a lot of people's wallets, depriving them of the gold they've been collecting over months. The same for me. Or rather, I got everything to amp 10, I guess. All the pieces that I can right now. And I'm just waiting for some silver amps and whatnot to get more amps out of them. Perish. She didn't die from that? How? Okay, Y, G, P, P, be disappointing. Well, I guess epic souls are epic souls. That's nice. Oh, what do I have? Oh. Huh? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's more Ispins mats. What a 40. I would appreciate the Ispins mats, but I already have way too many. But you know what? Free stuffs are free stuffs. I can't complain. Tower of Anguish, my butt. No, I'm not gonna touch you guys.
기곤만장한 놈들이 있군. 싸울 맛 좀 나겠는데 곧 축 처지겠지만 말이야.
10 raid by Kaihyun. Thank you very much for the raid. Hey guys, halfmango here. The name's Lord Nerd. Excuse me, the name's halfmango. I'm the resident Lord Nerd and DFO enjoyer. Thank you greatly and kindly for the raid. Hope everyone's having a fine week so far. Sup Bradley and Epic, good to see you guys again. Sup Kaihyun, thank you for the raid. How are y'all doing today? Carry on everyone's will and get the plus 13? Sir, I am broke. I can barely get plus 10s as is. Doing good, hope you are too. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine indeed. Glad to hear that you are doing... JK. Just finished grinding, doing well. Ah, good to hear that. I'm doing fine as well, just started streaming. I'm just doing some dailies and warming up before people actually come by so I can get on with my actual content. What happens when you become full mango? The world ends. That's why I killed my other half and became half mango, so that the world doesn't end. Go figure. Raw paving stone. Yes, I just did not pick up the other one because I was very lazy. Sorry, not sorry. Did I write 80% in DFO? What do you mean? What do you mean did I write 80% DFO? Hope you have a good stream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the raid again. Yo, let's see the world end. Damn. The content on the Discord. If you mean like the translation stuff, I do a lot of it. I've been doing a lot recently. If you mean the KDNF conference translation thing, I did write that. I don't know about any other stuff though. Usually the stuffs on the Discord, I do the translation stuffs. Of course, things like test server and whatnot, they happen too often, and I don't have enough time to actually translate all of them. So just as Ark's been doing, I just put up the link and say, oh, the test server is up today, and then just briefly describe what's in it. Nice, thanks a ton, no problem. I am more than glad to oblige. This is a fucking construction outside my place that's been going on for 2 years. Oof. Ooh. 7 AM. That's... Oh man, morning constructions are the worst. I live in an apartment and sometimes they... I don't know why, they just start drilling the wall at like 7:30 in the morning, and that just ruffles my jammies a lot. So I feel your pain. 2 years? What are they even building out there? Freaking the Imperial Star Destroyer? What the hell? Also, yes, thank you for your contribution. Again, no problem. I am more than glad to oblige. I fucking know, man. Yeah, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. What the actual fuck construction work is? Like, yeah, can you guys start at like, I don't know, 9 or 10? Like, bro. The actual work day doesn't start until like 9. Why are you already starting with the whole crazy drilling and shenanigans? It's insane. It's nuts. Oh, yeah, let's do these, why not? Also, today seems like a bit of a slow day. I think Wednesdays usually I'm... Wait, no, I can't do that, what am I doing? Wednesdays, usually I'm the only one streaming, so in terms of our actual drop streams. I usually see a lot more people than this by now, but I guess everyone's... Where's everyone going? Bingo? Not that I'm complaining. You know, if people are having fun playing bingo, then they should be playing bingo. But yeah, speaking of translations, out of the things I'm going to talk about today, and probably a more permanent content that I'm gonna do in the future is KDNF test server patch review. So today KDNF had a test server patch where they balanced like that 5 epics. Was that 5 epics? Excuse me. That was 5. I've never seen that happen in freaking Storm's Wrath. Insane. But they did their balancing patch today, and then they buffed 25 classes. I'm going to go through them and tell people what's going on with these classes, or what have they done to their favorite classes, and just talk about them a bit. And probably do the same thing for future test server updates as well. Because honestly speaking, reading is, yeah, as the lore content creator that makes tons of walls of texts, it's filthy rich coming from me, but reading's overrated, right? Who reads? Who would have time to read? No way. Not me. Also, Gabe, get the bloody hell out of here, you scammy bastard. Don't ever buy barrels from this bastard anymore, because that's a scammy ass thing. But yeah, reading is very overrated. And so I might as well use the stream time to deliver to you guys some news live, as much live transmission of news as possible. That's what I'll be doing today and in the future as well, with the KDNF test server updates and actual updates. I remember when you could flip his barrels for a profit. Good times indeed. Also, hello Stakey, hope you're having a fine day today. And yes, nowadays, you know what? If you buy his barrels, it's good times for Gabe, not you, because that thing is a filthy scam. In case anyone's not sure why, the barrel prices just crashed. The market just obliterated itself recently, and then... What, aren't the barrels like sub 1k right now on Auction House? I don't know the exact price because I haven't actually checked it. But it's dirt cheap right now, the barrels. And Gabe sells them for like near 2k, so you're sub 1k. I think they are under 1k right now, yeah. 800 each. Yeah. No. Yeah, and then Gabe sells them for like what, 1800 and 2k? Yeah, my ass, I'm buying those out of you, Gabe. I don't. Who would want to scam yourself for 100% of the price? Oh, never mind. Guess they went lower than last I posted, bro. They're just dropping like freaking King Borodin in his up burly as armor sinking into the ground. That was a lore joke. I don't even know where I got that. Jeez, I bought some at 1800. You have my condolences. To be fair, this is quite recent actually. Like, when did the barrel prices start to crash? Like a couple, like what, last month? I think. Or was it last month? Somewhere around then. It's not even that old. Before then, it was, I wouldn't say crazy expensive, but at least, you know, it wouldn't scam you for trying to buy it off of Gabe. Now, if you try to buy it off of Gabe, then have fun losing money, I guess. Which is very unfortunate. You know what can't be said the same though? Frickin' power essences. How much are power essences right now? Hold on, let me check. Oh, a lot cheaper than I thought actually. Because a while ago it was like 37k with power essences. I was like, oh, this is not the kind of money I am willing to spend on power essences. This is filthy. Also, what the fuck? Why do I have godly substance? Where did I get this? Get me out of here. You know what? Why is this girl's inventory so damn messy? I'm gonna sell all of these useless crap. Hold on. What am I even doing? What am I, Sungahime? No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Hold on. Anything else useless? You are useless. Get out of my sight. There, that's... No, you too. No, be gone. Out of my sight. Okay, that's a bit better. Let me organize these. You know what? You guys move here. There. Better. Thank God. Now that looks like a humanly tolerable inventory. I'm flying! Okay, this part is kind of stupid, because you're supposed to drop down into this hole here, and you're falling down, but you are apparently standing, not falling, so you can do stuff while falling down and delay it. Which is weird. I don't know how they managed to do that. Because I've never seen that happen in any other instances or dungeons where you're quote-unquote falling. You fall like a normal person, but here you are standing upright. You're like on the ground, despite your falling. Which is weird as hell. Does this have anything? Nope. Not. I'm not even gonna bother with any ailment setups, even when Celestia update comes. I'm not really bothering with any ailment custom epics. As to what will actually be useful, I guess we'll see in like 3 weeks, because that'll be when Celestia hits KDNF test server. It's gonna be one hell of an update. So, Rift? The one that is less scammy compared to the other counterpart, I guess. Oh, that's a Master's Lab ticket. You know what? I'm not complaining. It's free stuff. Unlike Gabe. Filthy Gabe. What did I get? Ah, frags. I wonder if anyone in KDNF actually finished the monster collection. I'm assuming yes. Because it would be weird if no one in KDNF has finished it either. Because... oh boy, if Celesti's coming in 3 weeks, I hope you're done with the freaking... well, not 3 weeks, 5 weeks, I guess, technically speaking. Ow, rude! Outside the test server update. But, gee, it sure would be funny if you aren't done with the monster collection up thingamajig. Despite the new content and dungeons being just right around the corner. Admittedly, this thing feels up freaking slower than Ashcore making his WWE entrance. It takes a while. It takes a hot minute. Thank you for the follow, RF Visions. Hope you have a good time in stream. Ashcore entrance is pretty badass, so yeah, if there's one difference, Ashcore entrance is pretty cool. The monster book isn't. You know, at least Ashcore does a pretty cool WWE entrance. With the jump scare. The monster book? Nah. Go away. You boring ass book. Rancor. I wonder how... I'm assuming Ryan cores will still be useful. Well, decently useful next. In Celesti is what I'm assuming. I could be wrong though. Because right now, because advanced dungeons are ticket based, you could spend Ryan cores to get some neat bonuses out of advanced dungeons every entry. But with Celesti, they're gonna limit the entry count into weeklies. And clearly they will rescale the reward, so it makes sense according to the weekly count. But as to what Ryan cores will actually do, we will have to wait and see. I have no idea. I need more of those. Don't have enough for Meister's Lab. Yeah, Meister's Lab drinks that thing like a freaking thirsty German people during Oktoberfest. I'm sorry, German joke. I live in Germany. Which is funny because I don't actually drink. And I live in Germany, the land where beer is cheaper than water. The Forest Witch bottom. It was, and it's trash. You know what? I'm not complaining about Epic Souls. I need more Epic Souls. I'm still collecting play points just in case they go back on their words, and I'm like, oh, by the way, you can use the play points you've collected and then turn them into weekly entry tickets when the Celestia arrives, which would be stupid, but I don't want to regret. Thought on EK's Guardian Riding out being affected by basic training as well as being a cubeless skill? Yeah, that's funny, right? Because I don't know how much damage it actually does, because I don't actually play EK. Or rather, I haven't even actually seen anyone do it in KDNF. But I'm thinking, like, doesn't that mean you could go for like a basic training no cube skill build with EK and start doing 1 billion damage on Pony? Is what I'm thinking. But we'll have to actually see how well that thing scales. If it does, then that would be funny. We can custom epics. Only gaming on EK would be possible. Gabe, get the fuck out of here! I don't want your barrels. That seems to be the case. And if nothing else, the cooldown reduction on the Pony is quite big as well because they reduced the cooldown on it from 200 seconds to 120 seconds. So it's only 2 minutes. So that, and if you die while you're riding on Pony, the Pony dies for you and you get a 1-up because it's considered as transformation. So that means you just basically get a 1-up slash avoid death transformation every 2 minutes, which is pretty big in my opinion. Gabe hate. Get out of here, Gabe! Get off my lawn! I hate Gabe. Well, actually, what is your opinion on Male Brawler? Male Brawler is... he's scuffed, but he also does a... he's in a weird position, right? He's scuffed as hell, but he also does a crap ton of damage. If you can get the right customs, because he gets double scaling on a mount. Meaning like it gets affected by 2 level ranges. So if you can get the custom gaming, then mount start doing actual obscene amount of damage. And also, because he's a brawler, that means he can apply whatever the hell status ailment he wants on the enemy. So if you can get the ailment custom epics, he can do stupid amount of damage. So those two synergizes. So if you can get the right epics, Male Brawler does ridiculous amounts of damage. But without the customs, he's average and he's scuffed as hell, right? Because he's weird. That's why he's getting that rework later in December. Because he just plays weird. I think they'll slightly tone down his custom damage in exchange for giving him a bit better, getting him off the wheelchair in terms of how he does damage. Like that man is equivalent to you are riding on a wheelchair and you're trying to outrun a Ferrari, but your wheelchair has a freaking F2 jet engine or something. So technically you can, you'll just suffer doing it. That's what it feels like. The other thing notable from the changes for me is the changes to Demon Slayer. Actually makes me want to pick her up for the first time. The Demon Slayer changes are interesting indeed. They really said, you know what, let's give her more range. Make her skills finally get affected by the AoE modifiers. And also give us more sustain with the talisman changes. Which is nice. Though I don't know the exact numbers on the Demon Slayer talisman change. That we'll have to wait for the KDNF overlords to actually calculate, but I think it does pretty good in terms of sustain. And they really said, you know what, you've always been memed on as the class that has no sustain, so here's some sustain. That's what they did, it feels like. They also relatively slightly nerfed the Culmination Demon Slayer because the buff on that spiky spike sword attack is less than the other skill, so it's a slight nerf, but it's not even a big nerf really. And overall, naturally, it's a buff with all the things that she's gotten. But I would assume now you don't have to go Culmination to do sustain. You can just go aspect and use the what was the skill called? What was the damn skill called? The Wild Thrash skill to do some sustain. Is what I'm assuming. Also, are you running Culmination on Sami? Pretty cool if so. Yeah, because why did I do that? I am running Culmination on her because she's object build anyway. And usually for most object builds, Culmination do better because Culminations usually tend to have a better damage value anyway. And the the skill attack from the level range on aspect doesn't do a whole lot. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do object Sami anyway, so let's use the Culmination. And it's quite cool because it changes a lot of her skills. Unlike some other combinations which actually don't do anything. Funny as hell. When are they doing the aspect combination rebalance? I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. If they do, it'll be Celestia update. Hello, Kimchi Mandu. Hope you're having a fine day today. But if they do any combination rebalancing, then I would assume it's gonna be with Celestia update, because they did say they will retweak, or rather rebalance the Bakao weapons as well. So if they do any weapon retweaking, then it'll be then as well. Palm should have a similar skill attack to Aspect. I mean, depends on the effect, but it's rather stupid that, you know, Aspect was falling behind a lot of combination weapons, so they were like, you know what, fuck it, just give a 10% more skill attack on Aspect. Just Unga Bunga skill attack the thing, which was not the way to go. So now most combination weapons are kind of falling behind, and the only select few have actually survived, which is weird. Surprise update? Maybe. Good, good. I totally thought you were a Korean taco, not gonna lie, that's our first one. Haven't heard that one before, but hey, let's add that to the collection of things that I was mistaken as. Along with bananas and oranges, and what else did people think I was? There were a few things. And you know what, so long as people don't take me for tomatoes, I'm fine with it. Stupid tomatoes. Crafty bastards. They will keep YOLOing weapon balance to make more money? Granted, you know, to be fair, at least it's kind of funny that the balancing aspect of the entire game has always been the Unga Bunga meme side of the whole game, because there's always something wrong with whether it be gear balancing or class balancing and whatnot. There's always something irky about it. It never feels just right. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or they're just monkeys that's behind these balancing patches. But it's weird. It's weird. It's quite weird. Party number go up! Woo woo ha ha! Pretty much. And okay, this time around, the balancing patch today, I can't vouch on how good the actual changes were. But at the very least, they tried to do more than just number tweaks for a lot of classes, which is commendable. Were those not number tweak changes actually good? Some yes, some not. But you know what? At least they tried to change something else about the classes, right? Which is commendable comparing to what they've been doing for the past years with these balancing patches, where they just, you know, do, you know, rotate around the whole like roster, right? Because freaking, okay, the bottom 20 gets 5%. No, the bottom 20 gets 10%. The middle 20 gets 10%, and the top 20 gets 10%. And where are we now? The whole thing rotated, and we are back where we started. That's how the balancing patches have been going for the past several years. Sure, some classes go up, go down, in between. But the general schematic of poopy classes dealing poopy damage and the godly classes dealing godly amount of damage has been pretty consistent. The non-number changes to Savior are cool, but not needed. It's nice. It's nice. You know what? If someone tells me, do you just want the 6% numbers or 6% numbers and these defensive changes? Of course, I would take the 6% numbers and the defensive changes because I'm not stupid. But you know, if anyone tells me, does Savior need more defense? Then I don't know. Saviors are already pretty good at staying alive. Sure, not as good as before, not as good as back in like 100 cap where they were literal tanks that couldn't die, but nowadays, sure, they're a bit softer than that, but still, they're still pretty good at staying alive. Did they need more? I don't know. But at least she has buffed number-wise, yeah. And also, you know what? Thank fuck, she finally does light damage, right? Fucking Lightbringer. I know she isn't called Lightbringer in KDNF, but freaking she has the word light in like 6 of her attacks and the 6 of her voice lines. But she does neutral damage? Are you kidding me? Do you see her attacks? Do you hold on. Do you see this? Do you see this girl over here? Do you see this girl? Oh, hold on, let me go into the training room. Behold, witness. Do you see this wing of light here? Do you see these shiny ass attacks over here? Can you see the screen? No, because this girl is literally flashbang this class. This is how much light she deals with. And do you know how much, do you know what element she does? She's fucking neutral damage. You can go Shadow Lightbringer if you wanted. What does that even mean? I'm sorry guys, let me calm down a little bit. And you know what? I am fairly certain there were so many people who were so confused that Lightbringer, out of all the classes, does neutral damage. Right? Because freaking, okay, there are some other stupid examples out there as well, such as Male Striker doing not fire damage. Okay, but Lightbringer is literally Lightbringer. Why wouldn't she do light damage? And okay, in KDNF, she's not Lightbringer, but she's called Paladin. Why wouldn't the Paladin do light damage? What is happening in this game? Okay. Oh. Sorry about that. I'm usually far more composed. I'm just a little bit absolutely livid. But thank fuck they finally made the change. They will stop confusing people. I'm saying fire damage on her, Lamau. Yeah, to be fair, nowadays, there's no such thing as elemental lock, right? Back in the days, there were some classes with fixed elemental damage increase, like Soulbenders having like 70 shadow damage, or Nans having like 70 light damage. So if you went for any other element, you're just gimping yourself. Nowadays, there's no such thing, right? So you can go whatever element you want. Sure, there's no elemental lock, but you could at least have a base element. You know? He's molding. I'm a molding mango. It's crazy, like Soulbender not doing shadow. Hopefully this mango guy never finds out I'm shadow damage man. You know what? Based. You know what's funny? Back in the days, there were these epic sets called what's it called in English? Is it Shadow Gothic? Hold on. Instead of that, where is the epic dictionary? I am blind. Oh, here it is. Frickin' Dark Gothic. There we go. Fucking Dark Gothic, right? Back in the days, okay, sure, like this thing kind of lost its color. It was a powerful set, but it wasn't. But there was a point where this set just overshadowed every epic in the game and was just fucking busted. To the point where a male Nan used these sets and dealt shadow damage, and it would still do a lot of damage. And this was the point where he was elemental locked. He had 70 or whatever, however many light element on his kit. And they went for Dark Gothic and dealt shadow damage because this was fucking busted. And so, you know what? Shadow Nan is based. I can approve that. But yeah, fucking Lightbringers or Paladins, whatever the hell you want to call them, not doing light damage is infuriating, to say the least. That was not what I meant to do. I love it. Also, 12 minutes at the quiz. Excuse me. Quiz. What is this? Quinceañera? I'll get on the quiz and make sure to embarrass myself in front of everyone, proving that I am in fact just a mango that likes to talk shit on the internet. Hey yo, Teal! What's up, buddy? My boy Teal. Hope you're having a fine day today. You came just in time to catch me doing the quiz, embarrassing myself, and then talking about today's balancing patch, which I believe you may have something to talk about. It's raining? Ooh, okay. It's been dark here today, but it hasn't rained actually. Hate it! I see. Also, I hope they do changes to combination. I'm stubborn use of calm on my savior because I like estrangement. Maybe they'll buff it. Maybe with the Celestia update. Who knows? Dragon Scavenger. I'll scavenge your dragon. Ah, hold on. Wrong click. Also, I can diss these as well. Why do I have them out in the open? What am I doing? There we go. Let me repair this because it's almost out of commission. And 2 more. So we're talking about balancing? We will in a bit. Indeed. I'm gonna just finish these Storm's Wrath runs, do the quiz, embarrass myself, go in the corner and then cry, and then after that we can talk about the balancing. I saw a post about it, but I didn't have a translator. Don't worry, buddy, you got a translator right here. I'll be telling you everything about the patch today. Stay tuned. Find out next time in Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm just kidding. It's not actually next time, it's very soon. Just learn Korean, I say to myself. Indeed, just like a Bunga Bime, just learn Korean, I guess. And you know, Hime always says she's bad at Korean, but considering how, I wouldn't say it's difficult, but how weird the Korean moon runes are for the uninitiated, the fact that she can read is impressive to say the least. Hold on, I need to do one more. I'll do my Dragoon, I guess. You cannot learn Korean? True! You can ask Google to learn the Korean for you. That's not a skill. Oh, he's dead. Good. Oh, where am I going? Perish. So off topic, I'm thinking about trying another fighting game under Night in Birth. Based. DNF Duel is still my favorite, but wanted to try other fighting games. I see. Under Night in Birth though, based. Okay, that's all the Storm's Wrath runs. Let me just... 7 minutes? 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can play with you. As Wesker said. Let me just go to the Summer Festival and chill here. If anyone wants to join me, feel free. I'm in channel 31, which is where Bunga Bing Mei hangs out as well. 6 minutes. In less than 5 minutes, we'll reach Vader's Death Star. George Bush will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global penetration. Kudos to anyone who recognizes that joke. I've seen some videos about it in the past, but I never bothered to pick it up. Ah, I see. Excuse me, what? You heard me, right? It's the Wesker speech in Resident Evil 5, except the blooper version. Go check it out. You can look it up on YouTube. The Wesker speech bloopers. I think you can just search that and it will show up. Freaking DC Douglas, the voice actor of Wesker, he likes to screw around a bit. It says some questionable stuffs. I'm gonna go find it when I get the chance. Oh my god. I'll have you know that I didn't even pick the worst lines to say on the stream because I am a say-so mango streamer. I don't say sus things. No way. How could that be? Why would I ever say sus things? Only when I'm under the influence of the sus hime. Oh, hello Zingishtand. Good to see you again today. Hope you're having a fine day. I required an egg. Excuse me? Pardon me? Actually, excuse me. BRB real quick, guys. Let me use the bathroom. Okay, did I lose yet? Nope, still 3 minutes. Is the amp package worth more than Danji? I want to buy amps, but don't know if my Sarah is better at Danji free amp single use items or event gives better. I wouldn't rely on Danji on anything because it's RNG, but don't ask me about actual money spending because contrary to popular belief, I'm not a whale. I don't spend a lot on this game, but I would assume the amp package is pretty good in terms of cost efficiency is what I'm guessing, but don't take my word on that. I could be talking shit. Hey yo, is that full Tangerine? Hello, world famous DFOG VTuber, Silver Hamster. Good to see you again. I was just talking about you being sus. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Smile. Gotcha, I will try that. I tried plus 11ing my belt again, it didn't work. Thank God. I mean, how unfortunate. How unfortunate. I am mortified to hear that. The RNG finally caught up. Don't lie now, Mango? What do you mean, Smile? Why would I ever lie? Why would I do such a thing? We all know you talk sus. Damn it. Busted. Wow, I'm surrounded by archers. Sludge Hime. But yeah, the quiz is about to start in a minute and 20. If you want to join me in channel 31, I'm taking over channel 31 and stealing it from Bungahime. Bungahime? That's a new one. From Bungs, as Teal, not Teal, Casper put it. I'm stealing from Bungs. Please help streamer being sus. I do the quiz, but I'm crafting eggplants at 14. Damn, the true eggplant gamer. To do more house decorating? Damn. The fashion is always the true end game in any video game, it seems. Should have charged Gal for this, but I'll be sure to let Gal know that and put him on gunpoint so he can pay you. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Well, what do you mean? I'm not a mango hitman. Well, but yes, now I can show you guys how embarrassing I am with my lacking knowledge of DFO lore. Behold. 15 seconds. In less than 5 minutes. Okay, I already did that joke. I don't want to do it again. Do you have your notes on Elven? Elvish? Andarana Tishan Traveler. I'm just kidding. That's Elven from Dragon Age, not DFO. 10 questions will be presented shortly. Get ready to answer them. Okay. The left button is O and the right button is X. Wow, I didn't know that. Not choosing an answer will result in immediate termination. Good luck. Let's go. Start. The first question. Godfather is the name of the first awakened hitman. No, that's Second Awakening if my memory serves me right. The left button is X and the right button is O. Oh, was it First Awakening? I could be wrong here. This might be where I die. Oh, thank God! Jesus Christ. I was so scared for a second, actually. Oh. Okay, I'm still alive. A secret agent is an agent. Oh, I did not know that. Secret agent. You, wow. In other news, Green apple is an apple. Secret agent is an agent. Are you listening to this? Are you listening to yourself, quiz machine? Handenmeyer is the capital of the Principality of Belmeyer. That is true. He's a gunner, right? I mean, technically he's a gunner. Why don't I get these questions? You should have joined me. You should have joined me in the dark side. We have eggplants. Congratulations, you have answered correctly. Handenmeyer is the capital of the Principality of Belmeyer. Yes, indeed it is. Durandal is the name of the first awakened skirmisher. That is false. The first awakened is called Highlander, if I remember correctly. I got stuff like Belmeyer means the town of cringe people. No, it means the town of kind people. Congratulations, you have answered correctly. Durandal is the name of the second awakened skirmisher, indeed. Oracle is the name of the first awakened shaman. That is true, I got this wrong last time. I'm not gonna fall for this again. The second awakening is Divinerous. You can't trick me again. A lot of awakening name classes. Awakening name quizzes, actually. Why am I saying classes? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Alright. That's 5 out of 10. Question number 6. Aganzo is one of the 4 Blade Masters who fought Sirocco during the Screaming Cavern incident. That is true. Along with Vaughn, Buanga, and Siran. Plus this girl who no one remembers. Bro, these are so easy. False debated. Streamer client sludge. What are you talking about? You just missed a good RNG. You know, it seems like the 115 quiz is the good quiz. Next one. The Screaming Cavern is located in Grand Flores. That is true. If this tells me this is wrong, then I'll scream and end the stream. Oh no, my friend Urpa, Slayer Red, they're gone. I'm sorry. It is vast underground cave deep in the woods. It is true. Am I the only one that's left? Damn, Hafnium's chemical symbol's H2? Huh? I would go with no. Hafnium? Halfnium? I didn't even realize that's a real chemical. Damn. I have to guess this one. H2, isn't that the hydrogen gas? Hafnium's chemical symbol is HF. Have fun, I see. Okay, what is the next question? Hydrogen's chemical symbol is H. That is true. Dihydrogen. Remember guys, dihydrogen monoxide. Very dangerous. Dihydrogen. Why am I like this? I didn't even realize. Okay, last question. Let's see what it is. Behold, Am I gonna be the champion? The $1 million question. The new premium vending machine can be used through NPC Kiri. That is false. That is Kana, the one that produces a questionable amount of milk and bread. Easy. No way. No re. No re. No re. Okay. And that's that. Victory! Yay! There's nobody around me. I have no friends. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. There was someone else actually. Damn. Mango, write my PhD dissertation, please. Excuse me? Bro, I can't even write my own dissertation. What are you talking about? Someone else got it right. Okay, I wasn't alone. Thank God. Okay, actually, hold on. Not you. Not you. What am I doing? Hold on, let me check the shop real quick. Is there anything I can buy, or I should buy immediately? I want to buy all 3 cubes at the same time, so I guess I'll let this rest for now. How about you? I already bought the power essences. Nah, okay. So, now that the pre-show entertainments are out of the way, let me get on with the real content of the day. The first of which is going to be about the hold on. Oh Mango, do you have an M-Stone recommendation for my MF Brawler? Poison damage stuff for now. Yeah, so I just go with a Meister Stone, I guess. You would, I guess, eventually want to get the custom stone on her because she just plays around with custom so well. But until then, I would go for the Meister Magic Stone because that thing is just, you know, if you don't know what to go, Meister Magic Stone is the one to go for. Hello Zero, good to see you again. Hope you're having a fine day today. Anyhow, let's see. Today was KDNF's test server update, and they did the 25 classes balancing patch. And who's it? It was a pretty big balancing patch actually. And I wanted to basically, for anyone who missed it or just wanted to hear some news about it, let me do a live translation for you guys. I would open the actual patch note, but KDNF is doing their maintenance right now, so I can't open it. Thank you. Thank you, KDNF, you are the best. So instead, I'm gonna use Hikaritama's video. Thank God Hikaritama is not an idiot like me. In case anyone wants to see this video for yourselves, the link to the video is this one. Oh, I got the Empyrean necklace. Congrats. You're one step closer to being done with the Ispin's hell. I mean, the fun content of Ispin's. Anyhow, so let's you know, again, I'm not gonna be translating everything because that's madness. I'll just look through this video with you guys and then, you know, translate to you guys what's important and discuss a little bit about them. First one, Demon Slayer. Let's see also the video is muted. I just have my music playing in the background because no point. Let's see here. So Demon Slayer got about 8 to 10% buffs on her skill kit, and one of the more prominent changes. First of all, the Soaring Blade Draw, which is the skill that makes the spiky pointy things rise from the ground, and also the primary kit for her combination weapon. Before, it had this issue where she has this motion where she is stabbing the ground, and I guess the video doesn't show it, where she stabs the ground, the enemy has to get hit by the stabbing the ground, and also the spikes, meaning you have, despite the fact that it's a medium ranged skill, you have to get close and hit the enemies twice for some reason. Now they removed that, all the damages are on the spikes, you don't have to worry about hitting the enemies with the stabbing motion itself. Thank God. And also a lot of skills now got area effect line on them, meaning they are affected by Abyss sub-equipments now. Before they weren't, which was weird. And also her Wild Thrash skill, which is this one here. Not this one. This skill here. first of all, it can be cancelled with a C key, which is the jump key. And I know how it works, Epic, but I'm not gonna watch the video because if I did that, it will take too long. I know how it goes. You can use the C key to cancel the skill, and also the talisman basically made it so that it removes the finishing hit and it gives the skill 2 stacks. So it will give the skill a lot more sustainability. So before, all it did was stupidly make the skill twice as long because they thought that was a good idea. Instead, they made the skill a lot shorter and gave it 2 stacks, so it gave her a lot more sustainability. And this was overall, I think, a buff for Aspect Demon Slayer because the buff on the stabby spike skill was less than others. It was like 5%. So the culmination Demon Slayer got slightly, well, not slightly, but relatively nerfed. But Aspect Demon Slayer got buffs with slightly buffed with the overall higher numbers, and also the fact that Wild Thrash can now be used as a sustainable skill. That's pretty much it for Demon Slayer. Next is Male Ranger. Male Ranger is who's it? Got some skill range AoE information on their his skills as well. And also before his what was the skill called? Called the passive, the 1A passive. I think it's called Mark of Death. Was it? Hold on, let me check. I have a DFOG wiki open on the side because I can't remember all the names. Sudden Death. Thank you. Sudden Death passive, which is it's a skill that increases. Where is it? Here we go. So this is what it's talking about. Before it had the effect where it increases. Thank you for the follow, Taikao 17. Sorry if I butchered your name. Hope you have a good time in stream. This increases his physical critical chance. Before it had to like it only increases the chance on the targets with the skull mark on their head, which is weird. Now if there is any enemy with the skull mark in their room, the critical chance increases, and the mark had a 1 minute duration for some reason, but now it's permanent, which is nice, thank God. So this skull mark here, before this, if only, well, excuse me, I can't speak. He would get a critical chance boost if only he's attacking the target with this marker on them. Now if there's any enemy in the room with this marker on them, he gets a critical chance boost. And the mark is pretty much permanent. So when you're fighting Bakal, he runs away and you suddenly use your critical chance, you don't have to worry about that. Thank God. And then, yes. So he has this skill called Deadly Approach, where he just jumps across the enemy and then lands on the other side. His talisman was weird for the skill. This is a level 60 skill, if I'm remembering correctly. What it did before was, if you see just now, he has this skill called Western Fire, where he turns around and shoots a bullet. Before the talisman, what it did was he would use Deadly Approach and then immediately use Western Approach after that. Which is weird because the talisman forces you to use another skill after that, and it takes longer to cast it, so it doesn't exactly help with anything. Now they got rid of that stupid weird ass turn around and fire thing. Instead, now if you use any skill after using Deadly Approach, you will automatically turn around and use the skill. So here, as you can see, he uses Deadly Approach, he lands, and he uses Gun Dance, and he immediately turned around. He's facing the enemy now. Which, I don't know how good this is. Just do Western Fire, shut up, Teal. I don't know how good this is. Again, disclaimer, I should have said this first. I main some of these characters, I don't main all of them. So obviously I don't know every nook and cranny and details of all these classes. I may talk shit about some of them. In that case, feel free to correct me and I'll correct myself. But I won't go into too much details anyway. And in this case as well, I don't know how useful this would be, because I don't know how much Western Fire does in terms of... not Western Fire, excuse me. The Deadly Approach does in terms of damage. But in terms of usability, I think this is not bad. Because now you don't have to waste your time turning around and shooting a gun and then cancelling that shooting a gun thing with something else. You can just immediately follow up with a different skill and he will turn around. So decent quality of life. And also he has this skill called Fast Draw where he pew-pew-pews enemies 4 times. Before the talisman changes so that he only pew-pews 3 times. And the third shot is where he pulls out 2 guns and pews double the amount. But it was weird because he has this weird... he uses the moving shot motion where he's standing up straight like a plank and shoots in a weird manner, despite the fact that he has a cooler 2-handed shooting motion. Now they changed it so he just pew-pews normally. And he gets this cool black raven feather effect, which is cool. But I don't think it actually changes anything in terms of performance. Maybe it does. I don't know how these numbers actually work. Which balancing should bring back broomstick buffs? That would be cursed. Very cursed. But yeah, I think this was mostly a visual change. So it looks cooler, but I don't know if the numbers actually changed. We'll have to wait for the KDNF overlords to actually show the numbers. Next is a Blitz. Blitz got about 10% to 11% buff, which is quite a bit actually. And his the robot, the walker thingamajig, basically got a UI update where the number of times you can get on the thing will be shown. So here's 3 times, so you can get on the walker 3 more times. Some people might be thinking like, why is that important? Why are you limited on how many times you can get on the walker, and why would you want to see how many times? That's because this getting on motion, like when he jumps on the walker, on his robot, he gets iframe. So this is actually a key part of his mechanic where he can use this action to avoid damages. So it's important to know how many times you can do this. So now you can actually see properly on when you can do it. And you can cancel some post delay of some skills to get on the walker faster. And the visual effects on getting on and off the walker is improved a bit. And another thing, he has this skill called Direct Feedback, his 45 skill where he scans the enemies and pew-pew-pews. Before his talisman, what it did was it targeted everything in the screen, which is not bad. But it had some blind spots because it only targets everything in the screen. Basically your line of sight. But now they basically just added a bunch of forward, back, y-axis and z-axis AoE. So I think that's a bit better than what was before. Next is F-Ranger. F-Ranger is more or less not too different from Male Ranger. She got a 6 to 9% buffs. And some AoE increase information on her skills. A big change on her 45 skill Deathhawk. Forward and back and forward back. Shut the diddly up. Her Deathhawk had this. The talisman had this weird ass effect where she throws the Deathhawk. In case you don't know what skill it is, it's basically the skill where she throws a gun boomerang at the enemies, and the gun boomerang floats in the air for a bit and deals damage. And the talisman had this effect where she needs to hit the flying Deathhawk boomerang thing and to make it float there longer and deal more damage, which is weird. Like, so feel free for it's just basically telling the enemies, feel free to just walk away and punch her in the face, I guess. Now it just doesn't do that. It just floats there a bit longer without her doing anything. Thank fuck. This is a great change, I think. Other than that, I don't think there was any major changes on her. Next is F-Spit. There's a big paragraph up here. Let me translate this for you. So first of all, the standby ready skill, which is her 95 skill, had a abnormal functionality where she could use C4 while she's during its cast motion, which is not meant to be. But players were using it to basically adjust her altitude and, you know, get to the height they're comfortable with. This C4 deploying C4 while they're flying is not, you know, part of their intended functionality, so they got rid of it. But they also changed her 95 skill to be able to, you know, adjust altitude, which is nice. So overall, 8 to 10% buffs, and one of her skills, Chelly, which is this black hole grenade thing. This skill is cool but weird because it just stays there and you have to feed it grenades to make it stronger and have a bigger boom. But good luck hitting anything that runs around with this thing because it just stays there. it's a black hole grenade. You have to feed it grenades and then the enemies just fly away and then you can't do anything. But they changed it so that now it will get stuck on the first enemy it touches and it will follow them. Which is nice. Very nice. Makes it a lot easier to hit something like Bakal, I guess. Hello, Lady Damalia. Cool avatar. Thank you. Thank you. And then another one, standby ready, her 95 skill. Now she can adjust her altitude with a skill, as mentioned before. Not much else otherwise. Next is FNAN. FNAN got about 7 to 8% or 6% buffs. Some quality of life stuffs. She got some pre-delay reductions, like for example her Spiral Nan flying to enemies with her 3A passive. Flies to enemies and blows up faster, so it doesn't miss. And other skills also got pre-delay reductions. And her 70 skill now can be casted at a lower height. Yeah, Saint Illusion has a bigger hind AoE, I guess, because now before... This skill is basically, you know, shoot the shadow clones at the enemies and they do damage thing. But it had a tiny ass hitbox, so if you use it like this, it would have missed. Now it will hit better. I just saw one miss, which was great, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And similar for her 95 skill, it has better tracking and hitbox. Thank you for the follow, Darkslayer X44. Hope you have a good time in stream. And her 80 skill talisman pre-delay reduced. Not a lot. Is getting into this game as a newbie easier than before? Hello. Oh, you're getting into this game. You're getting into this game. I see. Yes, it's now it's a pretty good time. There's a lot of events going on. There's because of the new class Archer that's out, they are throwing out a lot of freebies for the players. So I think now is a great time to get into the game. And the game has definitely gotten a lot more friendlier to newbies than before, with it trying to show guides and whatnot. It still has some irky and uncomfortable things about it, but now is a pretty good time, I would say. Next are the striker pairs. No, it's pay to win heavy sludge. Shut up, Panda. I mean, you know, it depends on your definition of pay to win, I guess. But in my opinion, it's not that pay to win. At least, you know, compared to other freaking Korean MMOs out there, Dungeon Fighter Online is very fair in terms of how much you need to spend on the game. You can definitely do a lot of endgame stuff without actually having to pay the game. Of course, you have to spend a lot of time and do a lot of grinding, but nothing's blocked by a paywall, to say. Striker, yes, we are here at Striker. Striker's got about, I think, 7 to 8%. A male Striker's got about 8%. And 2 major changes. Let me pay attention to this. So, 2 major changes. First, super armor. First of all, before, the super armor buff only increased physical defense, which is stupid to say the least. Now it increases both physical and magical defense, so it will actually help you stay alive. And now the duration is fixed 60 seconds. You might think that's a nerf, but we'll see in a bit why that's the case. And the cooldown has been readjusted to 30 seconds at all levels. And the other big change is Muscle Shift. Muscle Shift before, it's basically the Striker's cancel mechanism, and it required you to cancel the skills to actually get the skill attack off of it. Now the skill attack part of it is a passive part of the skill, and now if you cancel the skills, you get more duration on super armor. So that means the changes are 1, the skill attack is permanent passive effect of the skill, and 2, if you cancel your skills to change them, you get super armor duration, and you can basically perma maintain it if you're good enough. This is female or male both. This is for both strikers. So yeah, this is for both strikers. So which is it's a quality of life change. Nothing crazy significant, I think, because if you were playing strikers anyway, you would be canceling your skills and you would be getting the skill attack most of the time anyway. But you know, a little bit of quality of life and super armor. You don't have to, you know, every like a minute or so you run out of super armor, you run to the corner of the room and it's like ha ha ha, and then you activate the super armor and then run back to the enemy. You don't have to do that anymore, which is nice. Other than that, I don't think there was anything significant for male striker or F striker as well, actually. Yeah, Striker got the same thing, about 7% skill attack increase. And yeah, not much else otherwise. That feeling when you get smacked while casting super armor. Yeah, DK, do you mean Dark Knight or Dragon Knight? Actually, it doesn't matter because neither got anything actually. So nice of you to stream 9 hours so you can get all the rewards. Hey, I don't stream a lot, but I try to stream whenever I can to help you guys out. Dragon Kick? Ah, Dragon Kick. Right, sorry, I should have known. I should have known. And 8.8% buff. That's about it. So yeah, otherwise not much going on for the strikers. Yeah, so basically they are showing it. Oh, so I think this is at max level. You get up 20%, excuse me, 20k physical and magical defense, which is a sizable amount. This is like what? Isn't this more than what you get from the Empyrean necklace? This is actually quite a bit. Dang, no hit bus adjustment. Half joking question: do you think they will buff Mega Drill when Witch gets rebalanced? CAC W 10,000%. Watch as they say the Mega Drill now is an install that tracks the enemies automatically. /J. If it's an install skill, actually that might be crazy good, but I think that's kind of busted. No way they'll do that. Impossible. No way. Get real. I am memeing as well. Or maybe they'll give it like 60%. Falling is already installed. True, I guess. Or maybe they'll give it like 60% damage and make it the strongest skill in the game. Who knows? Next is Feeble Grab. She got about 7 to 8% buffs, and her chain connection stack recovery got cooldown got reduced from 9 to 7 seconds. Oh, and a lot of skills got gave her iframe for a post grab delay, which is nice. Because before she had this issue where she would grab an enemy and she would float in the air, she would whiff, and there she's in the air, she has no iframe, there's nothing she can do, so she just eats attack and dies. Like, I'm looking at you, freaking dragons. But she doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Or rather, she can worry about it less, because post delay iframes got increased. Also, her 2A, there was a stupid thing about her 2A where she could whiff her 2A and it would just evaporate into thin air. She doesn't have to worry about that. There's a turn hero version where it would just be used like a regular skill like M-Grab's 1A. Thank God. Can't confirm. Damn. Poor F-Grab players. Next up, Summoners. 8 to 10% skill attack boost. I think she got some weird changes. Oh yeah, Sandor's was it defensive aura thing became permanent. I don't know why it was not permanent before, but Neopal makes wonders. F-Grab can whiff 2A in its complete sadness. Yeah, that was, you know, funny to say the least and sad at most. Also, this skill, which is what is it called in English actually? Oh, Mark the Target. Mark the Target skill targets the enemy and tells all of your summons to beat the crap out of that guy's bastard's ass. Before it it hit the enemy every half a second, basically 2 hits per second, which is, I don't know, oddly too many, so it caused some screen lags, I think. So they reduced the multi-hit count to 1 per second. We all want to hear about the M-Mech? Did M-Mech get buffed? M-Mech didn't get buffed today, did he? I could be a drunk. But I don't think he did. I'm fairly certain M-Mech didn't get buffed today. Other than that, some convenience changes. Oh, also her Black Lunatic skill. Which is weird because it just ended when it's basically a skill, like an install skill that augments some of Louise, I think. And before, if you use the talisman version, it just ended. Now it doesn't end, I think. I could be wrong here. I don't know too much about summoners, despite the fact that I actually play a summoner. I play her as an object build, so I don't actually know how she functions in terms of nook and crannies. Emek is later. Yeah, Emek is September. Next is Glacial Master. 11 to 12% buff, which is quite a bit actually. Which, to be fair, he needed the damage. And one of the okay, first of all, he got some cancel things, post delay of the skills, which is nice, quality of life. But this is not the big thing. The big thing is this skill, which is called Grand Shatter, is a dog shit skill where you have to hit the enemy. You can see this skill hits a wide range, right? No, it's a trick. This is a false hitbox. You have to hit them point blank to get all the hits in. This is a dog shit skill. Now they changed it so that the hitbox is unified all over the thing, so you can get the maximum amount of hits wherever the enemy is in the hitbox. Thank Christ they did this. After 10,000 years, they changed this dog shit skill. Yes, it just ends even when you don't use her Tali skill. I see. Okay. So basically, I guess the Tali they changed it so that it doesn't end even if you use it. Someone tell Corey. Delete this class instead. No, Corey. We need to protect Corey. We need him. But yeah, thank God they changed the skill. Other than that, not a lot of major changes. This skill was not affected by attack speed? Why? Okay, there's a big ice hammer skill now affected by attack speed. Weird. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Not a lot of changes. And you know what? I think Glacial Master could have gotten a bit more, but you know what? Better than nothing. At least his dog shit Grand Shadow got fixed. Next is a Blood Mage, about 6 to 8% buffs, and I think the only one he got for real was his Corruption, which is his 45 skill if I'm not mistaken, where he gets iframe faster if it hits the enemy. But I think before the iframe came in a bit late. Congrats on getting buffed, Mad. Next is a Rogue, 8 to 9% buffs. What did she get actually? Her Shining Cut skill, which is her... I think a lot of Rogue players use this skill for just dashing around. But because Rogues are so damn fast, you have like 1 frame window to press the skill. You get more window to press the skill, and you can pre-input the skill key, I think. And some I think movement adjustments so you don't fly away too far when you're using skills. That Hurricane didn't have a TP, excuse me? Okay, one of her skills got a TP because it didn't have TP. Exotic Rampant, one of her skills, which can be used while using other skills, and a clone uses it for her. I think they added some more skills that can be used in accordance to this. I don't think this is a major change. Where's Amir so she can talk about this? Oh well, Shadow Dancer, 5 to 10% buffs. That's a weird range of numbers. What else she got? Oh, right. So she has this skill called Shadow Dancing, which is the skill to help her deal with mobs. Which this black aura thing. Basically, if she uses some skills, it would basically her clones would use the same skills on all the enemies in the area, or like deal some damage, if I'm not mistaken. The issue is if the target dies, it doesn't use that skill, which is a dog shit because the stronger you became, the harder it became to clean up mobs. So the condition now changed to when you do the when the skill is used as back attack. Or when the oh okay, excuse me, when the they basically changed some conditional so it can be used even when the target dies, I guess. Suffering from success. Is that the 2A whatever? Lots of dog stuff around here, hey man. You know, dog shit be the epitome of shit. And her 95 skill increased iframe duration when you succeed. Not a whole lot. We are here with Elven Knight, one of the elephants in the room. So about 10% increases on across the board, which is crazy actually, because Elven Knight right now already does an obscene amount of damage on paper actually. And 10% on top of that is crazy. But that's not, I mean, to be fair, she's also one of the hardest class to use in the game. But here is a big change though. Do you guys remember this skill? This pony skill? Do you remember this pony skill that no one remembers? They actually changed it. They actually changed it. Now this skill is a level 1 mastered skills, which means you don't have to spend points on this. And 2, it's affected by basic training. And it doesn't cost cube. Yes. So yeah. It's actually viable? For real? For real? Yeah. So it costs 50 SP only. It's affected by basic training. It doesn't cost cubes. And it also lasts for, I think its duration is now 1 minute. And the cooldown is 2 minutes only. So, yeah, so this skill is viable, it seems. Get the whiteboards out. So I don't know. I don't know how much the rescaling did. I don't know how much the pony ride damage does, but looks like a basic skill, basic training pony build EK might be a thing. I don't know. I don't know how much damage it actually does, but if they did it right, then it might actually do a lot of damage. Who knows? So yeah, that's they actually remember the thing. Funny. Very funny. EK is an actual subclass, let's go. Other than that, yeah, some other quality of life changes, which are relatively not important, I guess. Oh, next is Chaos. Hime is opening her eyes and she's beholding, since it's another class that she plays. Chaos. She got a 5 to 7% skill damage boost. And basically, I think her change is that the Demon Soldier and Demon Magician's skills now summons all the demons at once. And the thing where, you summon the maximum number of demons thing, I think they got rid of it. I mean, thank Colosso. Yeah, so Brainstorm no longer increases the max summon count anymore. Because it just summons everything at once. That's about it, I guess. Which, I don't know how big it is, Hime would know. She's she's doing the most critical scream in the chat. Woo! So I guess it's a pretty big change. But where's Pony? Shut the diddly up, Chaos doesn't have Pony. It was so annoying? Okay. I'm glad to hear that it's a good change. Hold on, let me grab a drink real quick. Keep yourselves hydrated, gamers, it's important. Skill issue. Literally skill issue, actually. There was an issue with the skill. And they fixed it. Anyhow. Sometimes I'd fat finger the summon before a brainstorm and it was just like, oh, I see. My vein would pop for half a sec. I see. Yeah, that's poopy to say the least. Okay, moving on. Next is Lightbringer. So Lightbringer got I think 6 to 10% buff. Yeah, she did. And Corey? Damn, Corey, you just missed the part where I talked about Glacial Master. Congrats on getting their Grand Shatter buff to where it's no longer a dogshit skill. Oh god, who summoned him? We did. We summoned the Blizzard Wizard. But we are just about talking about Lightbringer. It's not dogshit now, yes. Now it hits everything. It has a functioning hitbox. Skill issue. The skill issue has been resolved. Oh, anyhow, about Lightbringer. Did you guys know that the DFOG class, now any stray shard does max damage? Yeah, so if the enemy's in any part of the hitbox, you will do max damage. You don't have to go to a point blank range to hit all the shards. Which is a great change. Did you guys know that the DFOG class Lightbringer does not do light damage? No. She's been neutral all this time. Which is weird, because she is literally flashbang the class where her skills fill the screen with light and she says light in like 6 of her skills, but she does neutral damage. Not anymore. Now she does light damage. Thank God. It will no longer confuse enemies. I mean, well, it confused enemies and confused everyone as well. Thank Christ. And other than that, her Divine Shield, which is her defensive skill, now had an effect where if you block an enemy's attack, she gets 2 seconds of iframe and greatly reduces the damage. Now the not iframe, excuse me, super armor. 2 seconds of super armor. Now the super armor duration got increased to 5 seconds, and if she blocks the attack right on time, she ignores the damage, which is pretty big if you are good enough. The issue is, good luck blocking anything right on time in DFOG piece of shit P2P netcode. In solo, maybe. In solo, I think it's a pretty good change. You can now in theory, if you're good enough, you can block anything. But in a party, have fun. She could still go another ally. Yeah, naturally she could, because right now there's no elemental locked classes anymore. But at the very least, she has a base element, which makes sense. Before, there were so many classes that asked, why does Lightbringer not do light damage? And I'm like, because Neopal makes wonders. And at the very least, it will no longer confuse players who play Lightbringer and no longer does light damage. Yeah, gun guard Hismar stuff in a party you can do. The issue is this. This thing, you have to frame perfect guard. You have to just guard this shit. You can't, if you hold it up, you don't ignore the damage. You have to just guard this to ignore the damage and have fun just guarding enemy attacks in P2P netcode, because her Weeping Wave, which is supposed to generate feathers, doesn't generate feathers in P2P netcode because the P2P netcode is dog shit and it doesn't recognize her Weeping Wave hitting enemies, so she can generate feathers, have fun doing just guard on enemies with the P2P. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. Sorry, I'm a little bit nettled. Excuse me. Where was I? BRB making a fire burn glacial. Damn. LL lock would be annoying nowadays. Good thing there's no LL lock anymore. Why doesn't the M Striker do fire damage? We don't talk about that around here. Yeah, mango pop off. What the AO? What do you mean? Fart damage you mean? Bro. Damn, any M Striker lovers in chat? The fart damage should be burning that. Damn, Teal's popping off as well. That's what the kids say when you have a good point. I see. Excuse me for my boomer vernaculars. I'm too much of a boomer to know what kids say nowadays. Anyhow, what else was there? Oh yeah, this is also nice. So the maximum number of wing stacks the Paladin, Lightbringer can have is 8 wings. But when you enter the dungeon, you only have 6 wings. Meaning either you get only 6 wings effect of the release, or you have to wait for an enemy to show up, use Sweeping Wave. If you're in a party, pray to RNGesus that the Sweeping Wave recognizes the enemy and you get the wings, and then use the 8 wings version. Now you get 8 wings when you enter the dungeon. Thank God. Thank you, Neopal, for not being a stupid ass dumbass. Now she has 8 wings on entry, thank God. Next, Monk. He got 8% buffs. And I think the only change he got was his Heavenly Combination and Aggressive Justice became faster. I think that's about it. Other than that, unfortunately, his cancel mechanism didn't get fixed. I saw Kel crying in our Discord earlier today. I'm so sorry, Kel. I heard a rumor of EK pony build. Please tell me it's true. It may be true. We don't know for sure because KDNF scientists haven't tried it out yet. But they changed pony so that it's level 1 mastered and it's affected by basic training, and it's not a cube skill anymore. So probably you can go for a no cube basic training build to pump its damage up by a ridiculous amount. I don't know how good it'll be. KDNF guinea pigs will tell us. What'd you say, Mango DFO? I'm sorry, Director Jong. I didn't say anything. Please. Please. Anything. I'll do anything. Please. Don't do anything to my family. Please. Anyhow. So yeah, not much about monks. Monka W, yes. Monk is Monka W. Not the smaller mangoes. Not the quarter mangoes. Next is Exorcist, 11 to 30%, 13% above. Was there anything else? I think it's just mostly quality of life stuff like AoE and then the pre/post delay. Oh, here's a 45 skill post in super armor enemies as well? Really? Okay, that's a change. I'm kind of worried how that'll be in the party with it moving around super armor enemies and making everyone miss the attacks. But you know what? I don't play Exorcist, so I'm not one to say anything. Yeah, mostly other than that, delay changes. Huh? Yeah, huh. Apparently. Next is Dragoon. Pretty cool changes on Dragoon actually. He got a 10% buffs. Imagine getting revamped just a couple months ago and then you get 10% more buffs. Incredible. That's how crappy this class was, I guess. The last like 6 or so classes are the crappy classes that needed more buffs. And Dragoon got some interesting changes though. Basically his Servant Lance Engager 2A and 3A can be used in air now. Pretty cool. Y-axis increase, not a big deal. But yeah, 2A now usable in air, thank god. And 3A now usable in air, which is kind of crazy because this sprite is completely new. So they actually made a new sprite for this guy, for this change. And I was like, really? For a Lancer? I mean, I'm not complaining. But okay. That's I appreciate that. And sure, it's just a single sprite, like, right? It's not even moving. So it probably didn't take long to make this, but still, you know, it's a Lancer. You let them cook. They were cooking on this guy. But yeah, so they can be used in air now, thank god. And yeah, pretty good changes. Because the reason why this is important is because now his skill kit was recently changed so that he can use a lot of skills in air. But he's airborne. But his awakenings can't be used in air, so he would be dumping all these skills in air, and he just descends down to the ground like a dumbass, and then he would use his awakenings, which was weird as hell. Can you use most of his skills in the air? Yeah, pretty much all of his cube skills, except for the locust burning, he can use in air. So that was weird, right? So basically 40 skill, every skill above 40 he can use in the air. Except awakenings. So he would like do crazy combo in the air, dropping all these skills in the air, and then he's like, oh, time to use awakening. Ooh, plop. And then he would use awakening, which was weird as hell. Thank god it's fixed now. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. And then Skirmisher, 5% buffs across the board. I don't think there's anything else significant. And Impaler, which is about 6 to 7%. Also not much changes otherwise, I think. Yeah, just damage numbers. Hitman, 6%. And Troubleshooter next, I think. Yeah, Troubleshooter, 7%. And lastly, Specialist 5%. Imagine getting revamped just last month and you need more damage. Neopol, please, you could have just... Oh well, at least they got their numbers sooner or later. Now, I don't know a lot about Final Fantasy, but Dragoon class characters jump a lot for their attacks. They do. It's their identity. It's been Dragoon's identity since their inception, where they jump and come down with a spear. Which is ironic because Dragoons, the DFO's Dragoons, 40 skill is exactly there where he jumps and comes down on the enemy, but it does crappy damage, which is unfortunate, so not a lot of people uses that skill. Despite the skill being the namesake of their identity. Skirmisher is still bad, hey, at least more damage is better than nothing. Sitting here doing Kitty Cannon event and it just won't stop, keeps going and going. Damn, there's no way to stop, it just can't be stopped. And I think that's about it. Yes, that was all the balancing patches. for August this time around. 17,260 distance? Crazy. Insane. The trampolines really do be cooking. Like the trampolines cook. Can you link the vid again? Sure. So, in case anyone wants to see the video that I was showing just now. Why can't I paste this? The fuck? What is wrong with you? Hold on. Twitch app is being a weird. There we go. This is the video that I was showing. I would have... Oh, actually. KDNF just finished their maintenance, so I can show the patch note, but whatever. It's rhetorical at this point. Thank you, no problem. I max them out first and I get lucky when I hit one and I don't have to worry about it for a long time. So I heard. And so were Tigger and Dooney saying about the minigame. But yeah, that's the task server patch. We have... Send us the link. What? The video or the patch notes? If you mean the video I just did, I just... Scroll. You don't even have to scroll up. It's 4 spaces above you. If you mean the patch note, here. Let me get it for you. Wait, I can't open it here. What am I doing? What am I doing? I can't open it here. Hold on. Where was it? Where was it? Copy that link. And here is the patch note. It's in Korean. Have fun translating the moon runes. But yeah, I pretty much covered most of the details. But yeah, feel free to check it out on your own. Maybe there's something I missed. As I said, I don't main most of these classes that I was talking about, so I didn't go into details on purpose. So yeah, I did. Yeah. My brain just shut down while I was saying mid-sentence. So I don't know what I was gonna say. Thank you, brain. You are the best. But yeah, I have no idea when we'll be getting these changes. Because this is test server changes. Please note that. And there might be more tweaks when the change actually hits live server next week. So do keep that in mind. These changes are not final. So I like the changes for Striker. Infinite super armor is nice and it encourages aggressive gameplay. I don't know, that's true. I don't know if it'll change a lot. I think it's just minor quality of life overall, because to be fair, if you are if you're already maining Striker, then you would be using the cancel mechanism anyway, because who would be crazy enough to not use the cancel mechanism when you're playing Striker, right? So I don't think your gameplay style wouldn't change by a whole lot. It's just a lot comfy because you don't have to like fall back, go ha 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 and use their super armor and then run back into the fight anymore, which is weird as hell. You don't have to do that anymore. Though there was a funny discussion going on in KDNF where a lot of people were worried that this would basically change the label on the strikers from being high risk, high return classes into medium risk classes, and they would not get as much damage buffs in the future, which would be a valid concern if we were not talking about Neopol. Because the perfect counterexample is in the very same patch, which is the male rangers. They got the same treatment a while ago. They got their cancel mechanism changed to be a pretty much passive skill attack, and they do a lot of damage right now, but they got even more buffs. So I don't know what people are worrying about. Plus, if I can take points off of super armor and set it to level 1, that would be nice. Most strikers would already do level 1 super armor, no super armor? Interesting. Fair, yeah, to be fair, if you don't care about the defense and only care about the super armor effect itself, then you only need level 1 because the duration is same and the cooldown is the same and it's permanent anyway. So that's a fair point. Which is interesting. You can use the points on something else, definitely. Any new Archer avatars on KDNF? Oh, speaking of which, they just finished the maintenance, so let me check their page and see if they got any new package or something. Oops. Still want my Dragon Kick hitbox adjustment. Dragon Kick now increases... Oh, it's not done yet? Oh, right, the time difference is 7 hours, not 8 hours. I can still look at the banners. Nah, it doesn't seem like they have any new avatars. Not yet, anyway. Just make the shit bigger. Thank you, Mango. You're my favorite static banker. Don't tell Norali. Hold on. Norali, Neo just told me that I am her favorite static banker. I'm just kidding. Is it just the romantic set still? I think so. Although there is one thing. So can I zoom on? Here. There's one thing. Now they're doing a Celeste pre-registration event. And I think they're giving away a free Neo Awakening avatar set to those who do it. So this might be a thing. Other than that, the 18th anniversary events are going on. They get a free Civ sub equipment bead. PC Bang event. The Elven event is back in a different version. I don't know what this is. Band Harmony concert something. 50% discount for in celebration of 18th anniversary. Celeste Stories coming soon. I'll be talking about this for sure. Was the another elf event killing a goblins? Goblin Slayer event, let's go. Burning event, we also have something like this. One special gift, this was the thing they were giving away last time after the KDNF conference. And, oh yeah, this is the Epic Road event. Not much going on otherwise. Yeah. Yeah. So no new avatars yet from what it seems like, excuse me. In my Baldur's Gate playthrough, I'm committing goblin genocide. Damn, bro, we have a true goblin slayer here. Oh man, and that I would like to see. Hold on, let me hydrate myself. This mango needs to be hydrated, otherwise I've become a dried piece of fruit. Keep yourselves hydrated as well. I don't want you guys to become dried human pieces. I mean, what? Okay, anyhow. That's pretty much it in terms of KDNF news. Anyone wanna have any questions or comments? Now's your chance before I move on to the next thing. Otherwise, remain forever silent. You will be greeted with eternal silence. Wait, what? Oh, did you see the new freeze burn shoe? Yeah, yes. Yes, in fact, I was the one who translated that, so yes, I would know. Which is interesting. They did say with the new epics from Celeste, instead of like introducing a lot of new setups, they will focus on augmenting the currently not used setups. And the example they showed was the freeze burn setup, excuse me, and the shoes was basically an augmentation to it. And I'm excited to see what else they bring in. And you can be damn sure that on the 30th, when the test server update for Celeste hits, I will be doing live translation stream of all the epics, and I'll be like making the sheet live on the stream. That'll be funny. Can we get some setups based on some other status effects like confusion, darkness, etc? I don't know about that because they are like neutralization ailments, right? Maybe they will introduce some of them, just like how they did with their freeze burn, but freeze burn depends on the specific mechanism where the burn already gets a 10%, well 5% right now, boost off of getting applied to frozen enemies, and it just piggybacks off of that mechanic. So I don't know if they'll be able to add anything else for other elements, but maybe they will, who knows. Otherwise, there's the neutralization damage setup, and that would pretty much be the setup for the other neutralization ailments. Does it mean whenever you have an epic with 15% skill attack when attacking frozen enemies that it works for those too? That was a bit vague. That line was a bit vague. But I think it might mean that it's also like basically all the epics with the 15% on frozen enemies is the impression that I'm getting. But I could be wrong. As I said, the wording was vague, and we always shit on the DFOG epics having shitty ass descriptions that are convoluted as hell, and you need like PhD in linguistics to be able to understand. It's not that different in terms of KDNF. It's like, what is this freaking Korean linguistics exam? The wording was weird. We'll have to wait and see until they actually bring it in to see what they actually do. I was thinking more like how they did sleep. Yeah, that's actually a possibility. Like, for example, do you guys remember the crazy chaos accessory set back in 85 cap? Well, 85 and 90 cap. Maybe they'll bring that back, which would be funny as hell. Blindside blinds you permanently, but you get buffed. Your screen is just darkness. They could do that and give you a aneurysm. For Asura only? I don't know, if you have to be blinded to get damage, then Asura won't be able to use that because Asura can't be blinded. Damn, poor Asura players can't use the blind set. What do you mean I can't use the blind set? I'm already blind. Exactly why. But yeah, it would be funny to see, bro, it would be funny if there was a bind set where you get like 10,000% damage but you can't move. That would be stupid. But yes, I am excited to see what they cook up for these Celestia epics. Coming soon. Coming in 3 weeks actually. Exactly 3 weeks. We'll be able to see then. Blindside, you can't play the game. Just don't. Easy. Or maybe some epics to make Cube Burner less excuse me, I can't speak. Less expensive. I'm not sure about that one. I feel like they maybe will be like, make the cube set even more expensive and even more powerful. Maybe they'll go that way. That's the feeling I have. I could be wrong. I'm only saying that because I want the Sungai Image chat to buy more cubes off of me so I can be rich. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I didn't say anything. Why would I do that? Why would I want them to make the cube set burn more cubes and a Hime would have to rely on me to get the more cubes? Why would I do that? No way. No way. I do not want to give this mango more money than I have to. Ain't no way. How about unique effects based on elemental elements with cubes? Or use more cubes and do more damage? Nice. Nice example. Maybe. Mango, I need my favorite customer to come back. Damn. The benefits of being a cube smuggler. You can never escape my grasp. But I mean, what? I didn't say anything. What? Nah, I didn't say anything. You guys must have misheard me. That was one of my 8 half mangoes coming up. The scammer mango coming up. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Oh, my back. Well, not actually my back, but do some stretch. Or some epic pieces that revolve around your crit chance being above 100%. That would be interesting. Because right now there is something like that as well, kinda for Bakal, where you'd get some skill attack. The Bakal fusion weapon, it gives you skill attack for having over 105% skill crit chance. And that would be kinda interesting as well. If you are a battle mage, then that thing will be a joke to use, because battle mage just swims in crit chance. That would be certainly interesting. Yeah, I hope the new quote unquote the new setup they showed was the hit count setup, where basically you get this certain number of hit count stacks, and you basically rely on those stacks and consume those stacks to do damage, which was interesting. I don't know how viable it'll be because we haven't seen the rest of the epics, but I hope they come up with some creative new setups and augmentations. I want the set that decreases your speed but makes your tank movement speed only. The freaking what was that freaking 100 epic set? The what was it? The set that reduces your speed to negative range and gives you a lot of damage and CDR. The heavy armor 100 epic set. Someone help me out if you remember it. Bramble? Was it Bramble? Actually, I have my DFO open. What am I doing? Hold on. DFOpedia. Oh, I can't believe it. Ah, here we go. This one. Pattering Bramble set. Yes, this one. This bastard. This set was literally, you will not go anywhere, but here's some damage. The set. Your feet, it was literally chain and a ball. True. What if they did a setup where the less CDR you have, the more damage you do? That's interesting. Wait, then again, that's pretty much how the game works right now. The less CDR you have, the more damage you do. What are you talking about? Damn it, I got bamboozled. I got debated. Damn it, I fell for it. What am I talking about? I'm a fool. I have been debated. How could this be? 2,383, that's a lot of epics in the game. Anyhow, let me move on to the other thing that I wanted to talk about. I don't have to change my screen yet. Which is I'm about to do my day job and talk about lore here, and in regards to potential future content of the game. But I don't know how many of you guys have played Dimension Walker, but if Dimension Walker is, if anyone in chat doesn't know, he's based on the Cthulhu mythos with eldritch tentacle monsters from another world and those kind of things. And if you take him to through the Hall of Dimensions story, there's a part where Nyarli talks about where she sees the end of the world and she's like, wow, this is the end of the world? This is like a picnic for me, and implies something pretty bad. And his Neo Awakening skill also involves where he's like, you know what, fuck this life, I'm just gonna die, and then falls to the other world. And then these crazy bubble tentacle monsters appear, and then Nyarli saves him. That's basically his 3A. There's a reason why I'm talking about this. 엠포TV님 안녕하세요. I leveled 1 up to level 25. Hey man, that's pretty high. I let Nyarli destroy the world? Excuse me? Damn it. What have I done? My chat has become the very thing I wanted to destroy. And it's joined me. 한국인이셨구나. 한국인은 아니고 그냥 한국어 잘하는 외국인이라고 봐주시면 됩니다. I didn't stutter? Damn. I don't think Panda stuttered either. Damn, this entire chat being sus. I need to do something about it. But that's besides the point. I am trying to talk about the future content here. She can destroy the world with a thought, but she's a damn it! 던파 재밌어요? 네, 저도 던파 재밌게 하고 있죠. 이제 지금 글로벌 던파 서버 상태 어떤가요? 뭐 그냥 돌아가고 있어요. 이제 막 한 서브나 중섭처럼 사람이 엄청나게 많은 것까지는 아닌데 이제 그냥 게임 유지될 정도 이제 뭐지? 그냥 이제 뭐라 그래야 되냐? 그냥 게임 돌아갈 정도는 이제 인구가 있어가지고 뭐 크게 문제가 있거나 그러진 않죠. 다만 이제 그래도 이제 한 서버나 중 서버는 확실히 규모가 작긴 하죠. 물론 1서버라는 크긴 하지만 지금은 이제 그냥 이제 한섭 소식 전하고 이제 뭐 스토리 관련 얘기하고 그런 걸로 이제 되게 컨텐츠를 만들고 있죠. Anyhow, sorry, I was talking with the KDNF player in chat. So the reason why I showed you guys that is because, oh hello Watabo, good to see you again. Hope you're having a fine day today. Is because of a certain webcomic that's on DFU. It's called the Library of Memory. Where's the How to Speak Korean with Mango special present by DFO? Excuse me? What are you talking about? If anyone wants to do a collab where you learn Korean, feel free to contact me. What? Excuse me? I didn't say anything. Hold on. In case anyone wants to see this webcomic, let me give you a link. But the reason why I'm doing this is because this thing has not been translated into English yet. Thank you, Neopol. Despite the fact that this thing is old, this thing is supposed to come out with the Hall of Dimensions, but they didn't translate this yet. So thank you. I am fuming right now. We are on 8th anniversary this year? Yes. 글로벌 던파는 이번 해가 이제 8주년. 이제 4월 달인가 그때 이제 8주년 기념 이벤트를 이제 해가지고 지금은 그냥 여름 이벤트 하고 있죠. Hold on, let me get this link so you guys can see this if you guys want. But as I said, this is not translated into English, despite the fact that this is quite important in terms of future content. So I'm gonna translate this for you guys. This is a rough translation. I'm not gonna do like crazy voice acting here because every character in here is gonna be children. So don't expect me to do like crazy voice acting here. I can't do that. Hold on, where was it? I opened it up and where was it? Here it is. Thank God. Here we go. Shut up, Google Drive. 한국인도 글로벌 던파 들어갈 수 있나요? VPN 쓰셔야 될 거예요. 한국에서는 이제 아마 리전 락이 걸려 있어가지고 못 들어가실 거예요. Anyhow, so this basically is like a backstory that was happening right before the Hall of Dimensions. And why is this important? You'll see in a I can't speak I was gonna say in a second and in a minute, and I almost said in a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Anyhow. Look at this guy. You guys recognize this guy? He's the librarian in the Hall of Dimensions. And he's killing some yeah, that's a monster, alright? It's in case you guys haven't noticed, this monster is not something that exists anywhere in the game. It's disgusting to say the least. But he's doing some cleanup. And it says, keeping this clean's a bigger pain than I thought. Maybe a magical path wasn't a good idea. Look at all these flies. And apparently he made this magical path to, basically lead the adventurers to the Library of Memories. But a magical path is apparently, it's like magical honey and attracts a bunch of monsters, apparently. And he goes, oh well, I have to make sure they get here. And then he's doing all these cleanup to make sure, this library isn't filled with eldritch monsters and filthy magic flies, I guess. And then suddenly, we get this character here. Don't ask me whether this is a male or female. I have no idea. I'm assuming this is a female character. There's a reason why I think that. I'll explain that in a sec. But suddenly this, I'm just gonna say girl, appears out of nowhere. And then, clearly the librarian is nettled. And he goes, get out, only they are allowed here, referring to the adventurers. 엠포TV님 팔로우 감사합니다. 방송 재밌게 보세요. Non-binary? I don't know, I have no idea. Actually, I know. I'm just, I'm trying to prevent spoilers. You'll see in a sec. And then, he says, what was it? You have any idea how hard it is to clean up? And then she brings out a whip. who else uses a whip? Is wink wink. And then shot through the heart. The librarian is dead. Roll credits. Just kidding, he isn't actually dead. Demon Slayer? No, not that one. Not that one. But there was another eldritch monster behind him. So she was covering for him, and she says, Dad looked dangerous, and she covered for him. And then the librarian is entertained. Corey got it. Yes, Nyali uses a whip. We can get to that in a sec. And the librarian goes, "You're pretty fun. I like you. And then if you got some spare time, why don't you help me out?" Man, the librarian must be pretty lonely if he asks a random stranger to start helping him out, dealing with eldritch monsters in his dimension. Look at this thing! Look at this eldritch tarnation with eyeballs all over it. If this doesn't scream Cthulhu Mythos, I don't know what does. But so they spend some time killing monsters and killing more monsters. Tentacles. And she goes, I don't know how much time they spent here, but she goes, it feels like there have been more friends visiting here recently. Yes, she specifically uses the word friend here. I mean, would you not want a cute girl to help you kill some monsters? To be fair, it would scream something incomprehensible. True. You know what? You press a hard bargain, Teal, and you make a good point. No Mountain Dew belongs to Becky. Damn. But she specifically says friends here, which is an odd choice of words. And to be fair, she does use a very polite vernaculars here. But still, calling them friends is a little weird. And the librarian goes, "You're right. With all these flies swarming, they shouldn't be too far away." And he's like, "We can meet at last. At last, the time has come, and so have I." I mean, what? I haven't said anything. I didn't say anything. And she asks, "You are waiting for someone." She's kind of cute, though. She's kind of cute. I'll give her that. And he says, "Well, aren't you the same? Aren't you the same as well? Aren't you as well?" And she's clearly surprised. More enemies interrupting the, is this supposed to be a romantic conversation? I have no idea. But yeah, he proceeds to clean it up, as usual. And it's gone. And what a pain, he says, dealing with all these monsters. That's enough cleanup. I better go get the books ready, since the adventurers are about to arrive. And his whole point was to show the adventurers the books of memories. To teach the adventurers how to read, because all the DFOG players don't know how to read, unfortunately. And she goes, "Can I keep helping you? I want to meet those people as well." Why is she blushing here? Cheeky bastard. And the librarian goes, "You know, I'm grateful that you've been helping all this time, but you should go home now," he says. "You should go home now," he says to her. And then she's like, "What? Excuse me? Pardon me?" And then here is where the ball drops. The librarian goes, "You thought I wouldn't know." And not exactly a jump scare, but a creepy image coming up, so keep that in mind. And she says, "And if I don't want to, well, I better clean you up as well, just like everything else. And this place is for them, not you." The librarian getting pissed off. It's like that one Korean comic from a while ago. What? And a side note, it's already showing some hints here with all these bubbles coming up. And she's just goes, "Well, aren't you the clever one? The one that jump scared a lot of people? Did it? I don't know which one." But yeah, she says, "Aren't you the clever one?" And then just starts bubbling all over her face. OMG, I'll show you later? Okay. I don't know if I want to get jump scared on a stream. But okay. Mountain Dew is simping for no one. And the girl turns into a bubbly mess and she says, well, I don't really want to fight with you. I'll let this end here this time, but be careful. The real me will come see you soon. And she just disappears into a house of bubbles. And then the librarian proceeds to shit talk about her even more, saying that talk about bad acting. But yes, and this is the point where the adventurers show up on Valheit and the Hall of Dimensions story happens. So this was happening right before the Hall of Dimensions story. Now, so who is this girl with bubbly ass things? So Nyarli in a DFOG, Dimension Walker's Nyarli, is based on Nyarlathotep, which is one of the outer gods of Cthulhu mythos. And she, I mean, to be fair, we don't know a lot about her, but the Nyarli form that she has is just an avatar. In other words, it's basically a puppet or a body that she just uses to be in this world. Let me just go back to the Dimension Walker. And she's helping out Dimension Walker because, you know, I guess Nyarlathotep really likes Dimension Walkers. But the bubbly thing in the Cthulhu mythos is apparently what's called the Yog-Sothoth, which is another one of the outer gods. And if we see Dimension Walker's 3A skill again, watch carefully. These bubbly bastards that were about to devour Dimension Walker, and Nyarli came in swooping down to save him in the last moment. That bastard is seemingly Yog-Sothoth, or the this world's Yog-Sothoth, and this girl was or is its avatar. She read an erotic manga and said, "This form, Yog-Saron beat his ass." What the? And so basically, this was an avatar just like Nyarli. Talking about this, what the hell is this? Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I'm not checking that out on stream because I hate jump scares. Shut the fuck up. Side note, I actually despise jump scares. Funny because I actually like horror stuff, but I hate jump scares, which is kind of weird, right? Because a lot of people are backwards. I like horror stuff. I like written material that are scary. I like movies that are scary but does not involve any jump scares. So it's that's a so whenever I see like jump scares, it's not about me getting scared. I just like get a freaking infuriated whenever I see jump scares, and then I just get filled with instant rage. Because I'm not saying jump scares are easy to make or they're cheap, but they just feel like the cheap way to scare people. I'm sorry, jump scare enthusiasts. I'd rather see something that or read something or watch something that is very subtle in how it scares people. And speaking of which, on a side note, I have a Halloween stream planned later in October where I'm going to tell some horror stories. Look forward to that. I have a lot of exciting things planned for that one, but that's a future story. Anyhow, so yeah, and hold on, Yog is an old god in WoW, literally eldritch gods. Jump scares are cringe, lazy. Yeah, and so Yog in WoW also inspired by a Yog-Sothoth from Cthulhu mythos. I actually don't know. That's why I'm asking. So what am I leading with this? Yes. So what's the point of all this, right? So with the recent KDNF conference, they said the first raid is not going to be an apostle raid. And I'm guessing that the first raid is in fact going to be Yog-Sothoth raid. Because this first of all, this webcomic was clearly implying that something with Yog-Sothoth is coming very soon. And the boss that they showed for Darkholm, which Corey dubbed as Frieza, also seemed a little bit Eldritch horror-like. And lastly, apparently there was this leak in KDNF where part of the Celestia scenario was leaked, and it mentioned Yogg Sothoth. So I think overall, the first raid, the conclusion that I'm trying to make is that the first raid of Celestia is going to be an Eldritch Outer God raid. Also, if Nyarli really is Nyarlathotep, she better have a hot cut body. What the hell is wrong with you? There was an indie dating sim where you could date Eldritch gods. I feel like I know about that one. I feel like I've heard about it. I'm disgusted by the fact that I heard about it, but I think I have. Nothing too different from our user itinerary. Yeah, I think what they were doing is Epic, that was exactly what I was going to say actually. So I think they basically moved on because the fiend, the Cosmo fiends were basically, they had this role of outer external extraterrestrial beings that invade the planet from the outside, right? And I think they're trying to make the outer gods take over this role because the Cosmo fiends are done and gone at this point. And they're basically going to replace them with the outer gods to invade us. And also at the end of the whole time travel arc, at the end of it, the Time Lords are talking about, oh my god, the ripples of time is going haywire, there's nothing we can do about it. And then one of them, the Cliffa, was it? I think it was Cliffa, I might be wrong. The tiny purple one said, something is trying to interfere from the outside. So I think that is also implying that the outer forces or outer gods are invading Arad. It's called Sucker for Love. Maybe you should play it on stream? Is it okay? Is it safe for work? Seriously speaking, it would be nice to have more dangerous foes besides just, oh, Hilder, it's mysterious plants and the apostles. Watch, Nyali is going to be like Patilla from Honkai, just child. It's safe for work, okay. Damn it, Teal. You know, if DFO did that, people would love it. But I'm fairly certain Nyali's true form is also like crazy eldritch thingamajig. But I guess that, yeah, so if Yogg Sothoth is actually the boss next raid, it's gonna be Bubble Bath raid. Because yeah, Yogg Sothoth is notorious for having a lot of bubble on his body. Hey, not all of them are crazy, like my mom. Damn, you're right, okay. No offense to your mom, Hime. No offense to your mother. That's a fair point. And to be fair, there are probably some hot mommies out there that are outer gods. Excuse, I can't believe I actually said that. I want to shoot myself in the head in Minecraft. A bit of a disclaimer, I got the idea to talk about this from Zhangji. He also talked about this recently. So credits where it's due. I don't want to take the credit where I don't deserve it. But yeah, I think oh no, the bubble bath. You know what? You might have a point, right? Freaking, we started from the man who hid the Mountain Dew. And then with Hime's help, we moved on to serious gamer bathwater. Is it gamer girl juice? And now we are moving on to Eldritch girl bubble bathwater, I guess. Oh man, this is the worst timeline. You're right, damn it. Out of all the planes and timelines in the multiverse of Arad, we had to end up in this one. Where we talk about gamer girl bathwater. Disparage indeed. The worst one. By far the worst one. Why are we here? Just to suffer? I love it. I love it. But yeah, so that's the daily dose of future lore content from the halfmango, I guess. Look, Neopol, I'm actually doing lore work that I'm supposed to. And yeah, so as I said, this thing is not translated into English yet. In English, it just says, oops, coming soon. Thank you, Neopo. Later, we need Bub's mommy. Shut up, Teal. Anything else? That's all for today. I didn't want to talk too much about lore today because I also had the Passover stuff to talk about. Need to tell the lore of the God of Ice. Which God of Ice? The Ice Spirit King in the Mirror Arad that no longer exists. I'm just kidding, Corey. I'm sorry. But Neopo, please. I know no one in DFOG reads lore, but please, you know, translate faster. It shouldn't take this long. How do you think they'll reintroduce Delatier? That's a fair point. Here is my guess. So right now it's almost certain that Delatier is going to be the apostle raid for Celestia. I guess what they're trying to do is introduce one non-apostle raid and one apostle raid each. Maybe? I don't know what they're planning. But it's fairly certain that Delatier is going to be the apostle raid. And oh, maybe this is a possibility. So these outer gods, if they want to invade Arad and Celestia, they have to like come through dimensional membranes and walls and get in here, right? Maybe that process of like tearing apart dimensional fabrics made an opening that Delatier could come in. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't read lore, but I like when other people read it to me. That's good to hear. I do also enjoy reading out lore to other people. They better bring him back. So hear me out. What if Delatier is a Legion dungeon and you are fighting different forms of him? I'm very certain it's gonna be a raid. Who do you think will come with Delatier? That's a good question. Clearly there will be a lot of like original bosses. Like they have been doing with that Sirocco raid. Like there were some like unheard of bosses, like what was their name? The Necks of Righteousness and those weird ass bastards that were never revealed before. But clearly they will have some recurring bosses. Mad Piper and Agram should be part of his army. I feel like most of the bosses that we saw in North Mire and the Legendary Dungeon outside the Grim Seekers will definitely be a thing. It also... One thing that's irky is the Dark Dimension. I think it's not supposed to be canon anymore, the Dark Dimension. If it is still canon, I don't know if like freaking what was his fucking name? The fucking Duke and the other bastards that are in it. I don't. If Dark Dimension was canon, those guys got cooked, right? So it's kind of weird if they show up again. But as far as I know, it's made uncanon. In which case, then those guys surely need to appear again. How can they not? But with different hats. He can make clones of himself like in ancient dungeons. Yeah, I think there will be like different forms of Delatier that we will have to fight because part of his the thing that he's been doing in between dimensions was that he basically like turned himself into a pollen and like freaking misty virus pus whatever who's it, and he's been like spreading himself all over the place, and so. You know, clearly we'll like encounter like different forms of him or like fragments of him as bosses. I'm more wondering how his like true form will look like. They'll definitely have corrupted Celestians for raid. Yeah, like the Hauntlings. The Hauntlings are seemingly those that are corrupted by Delatier's plague, because right now a lot of like Celestia is going through this crisis where like their lands are being corrupted and being like darkened, and it's very strongly implied that that is the influence of Delatier. We don't know if all the apostles right. We still don't know one. We actually know all of them. Actually, hold on. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we should know all of them. The Blight. Yes, the Blight. Are there mother crystals? Damn. Is it time to... Damn! Is the non-apostle raid freaking Ultima raid? I'm just kidding, FF16 joke. You're saying Malefic Aura and Delity are related? I am not certain, but I'm sure that the probability of them being related is very high. Because those like malefic beasts and whatnot, if you see them, their design is like goopy as hell. Which is clearly very strongly reminiscent of Deletia's mobs. Could be not, but they have been implying that these are... Because, oh, hold on, actually, let me, what was it in Celestia page? They were talking about, hold on, metastasis, diseases, here we go. This sentence right here, it says, however, the metastasis did occur there. Its effects warped the veins of water and energy in this land of sages and spread diseases. Gradually, the beautiful Celestia lost its radiance. And I think there's a reason why they specifically chose diseases here. Meaning that it could already be able to escape, but it's just waiting for a big enough tear. Yeah, that's I'm fairly certain that's the case. And I think one of the causes for that tear where Delity is able to escape is the Outer Gods raid. And you know, recently with the dimensional storms that's been going on, and with Sirocco tampering with the dimensions and the ripples of time, the dimension and the dimensional fabrics have been very unstable and fragile recently. So it's like, and there are like dimensional like rifts happening left and right. And Celestia is no exception. It may be veiled from the outside with the mist that's around it, but that mist is unable to contain the dimensional instability. And yeah, so the Blight, the Malefic Beasts, the Hauntlings, all these weird things happening in Celestia, I wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's very strongly implied that it's related to Deletier. And the causes are Deletier basically like throwing his pollens and fragments everywhere in between the dimensions to corrupt whatever he can touch. And with those corruptions, he's basically gathering strength. And the small tears are leaking his energy, which is causing the Blight, yes. That's my and a lot of people's speculation. And with more lands and dimensions being corrupted, Deletier is able to gather more strength. And when the right moment comes, wink wink, Outer Gods raid wink, a big enough gap or tear would happen where Deletier is able to come back in, and you'll be like, the time has come, I will fuck you adventurers, and then the Deletier raid will happen. Something along the lines of that is what I'm guessing. Do you think they'll do a 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse for his commanders? That would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if it will though, because Mad Piper could be Pestilence or Drought. But the issue is like his entire identity is kind of Pestilence, so I don't know if they can do 4 Horsemen, but it'll be cool. Fuck Dude Mango, shut the hell up, Teal. Not Teal, excuse me, Panda. Not you, Teal. Wrong person. The time has come. Cyberpunk music blasting. I need to make a button for that. What was I gonna say? They better do a remix of Rashpon somewhere in the raid. They better do that. If they don't, so many people will be disappointed. I gotta Alexa, play the new Rashpon, or I will sue them. Teal spitting fire here. So I guess the story of Celestia is, I guess, we, with the help of Saint Horn and Ludmilla, we fly to Celestia. We land, and the border guard, the sentinels of Celestia, are like, outsiders, kill them right now! And then we get our first advanced dungeon, which is the White Cloud Vale, where we fight Regis Altair and Myers' granddaughter, Lolly form, I don't know what it is, and a bunch of other bosses. and the big man himself. And we deal with the border guard, and we do illegal entry to the country. And then we go to the town, and we meet some handsome people. And then the pirates attack, and then we do the Solidaris Advanced Dungeon. And then we have Darkholm, which is the precursor to the Outer Gods raid, from what I can tell. Okay guys, how do we make our players cry up during the Let's Year raid? Don't worry, music production got this. The music team never miss. Do you think the Let's Year raid will be similar to Ozma's mechanic-wise? Maybe instead of sanity we have disease meter or whatnot. Thank you for the follow, Silent Abyss. Hope you have a good time in stream. Probably. I think it will definitely have some sort of a... Because every raid needs to have like a unique mechanic. Maybe it'll have like a contamination thing where the blight spreads, and we have like a big map like in Bakal raid, and if an area is like contaminated, then if you enter it, you continuously take like a big amount of damage or something like that. Maybe it'll have something like that. And it'll be funny if all the enemies deal poison damage, because that would just make F Brawler even more busted than she is right now. I don't think they will do that, but that will be funny. And barrier users will eat shit again. Why? Oh man. Hopefully they won't do that. The bubble build. No more nerf to the bubble build. Why? Man. Hope not. I hope not. Or I hope the whatever the hell augmentation the shield barrier build gets will be able to counter that. Please make enemies do poison damage. Man. Freaking F Brawler will like 12-man F Brawler raid. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, I wonder how many people raid the Let's Year raid will be. So far we've had a 120-man raid, which is Anton. And we've had 2 8-man raids, which were actually... Yeah, 2 8-man raids, which were Luke and Isis. We had no, actually no, there was excuse me, Fiend Wars, but that's 3. And we've also had 2 12-man raids. Ozma and Sirocco. No wait, no, Sirocco's 16 man, wasn't it? Yeah, Sirocco's 16. Excuse me, it's Bakal that's 12. I am horrible with numbers. 24? 24-man raid? The Let's Say raid will probably make undead skill line meta alongside status ailment tolerance more important. Potentially. I don't know though, because what's interesting about the Celesti in the White Cloud Veil Advanced Dungeon, there was a new type of monster that's a Divine Beast. And I don't know if it gets affected by any of the skill damage lines. 16-man raid but 2 parties of 8? I was gonna say 24-man raid but 3 parties of 8. That would be insane. So I don't know if the Let's Say raid will be all undead. Or demon, maybe. Or it will introduce something else like, I don't know, Malefic Beast or something like that to make sure people don't get too fed up by the specific enemy type lines. Only need 2 satyrs, easy. To be fair, yeah. We just have to worry about the P2P dog shit netcode. Which is always the problem in DFOG, isn't it? If this was level 5000 poison damage, it would make a difference. I don't think it will make a difference. Because F-Brawler, stupid ass F-Brawler, straight up immune to poison damage. She's freaking busted. I gotta go raid now, but hope you have a good rest of your stream, Mango Man. Thank you for coming by, Tsungahime. Hope you have a good raid. Good luck with the raid. May the eggplants be with you. No, my 10 satyrs, they won't get carries. Oh man. You turn all of them into battle satyrs. How will the Let's Say be defeated? That's another good question, right? Because he's supposedly immortal, but I don't know, maybe maybe anti-Anbai or some Celesti magic or some Outer God magic. Who knows? They'll cook out something. Anti-Anbai is a good candidate, but we'll have to wait and see. They should make a question type monster because we wouldn't know what these enemies are technically. And KDNF Mad Lads would experiment with every possible line to figure it out. Turns out it was fish. $33, huh? Damn. Oh. Okay, hold on. Is there anyone else that's streaming DFO right now? Unfortunately not. Damn, I'm the only one. I need to end stream soon, but I'll be closing up slowly so I can drag out some drops time for as many people as possible. But just slowly closing up shop. But yeah, it's I'm excited to see what they cook up. I'm just wondering when exactly the first raid in Celestia is gonna happen. I guess early next year is optimal. But I don't know if they can pump out a raid that fast. There were some people that were going like, oh, before the KDNF conference, like, oh, the new raid will definitely come out this year. And I'm like, my ass it will. My ass it will. Question mark type enemies would have one random status resistance, but it's only 2%. That's the first thing I thought of. What the? I think summer 2024. Summer is a good possibility as well. But early next year it would be optimal, but I don't think the probability is that high. Summer 2024 is definitely... Autumn is way too late. The KDNF's fast, Winter Fest will happen in November, so maybe they'll reveal some raid details then. We might get a Legion dungeon leading up to it. That'll be Darkholm. I'm fairly certain that Darkholm will be the Legion dungeon leading up to the first raid. And we'll be able to confirm whether it'll be like Outer Gods or whatever the hell it is with the Darkholm. When we see that crazy Frieza guy with a big ass sword, when we learn who that guy is. Which the Legion dungeon is coming November 9th. So not that far away. I'm glad that the Celestia update isn't like too far away at the very least. Like, cause 3 weeks from now is not that far away. And it was only a month away from the point of the conference. And they weren't lying when they said the Celestia update won't be too far after the conference. Thank God. I'm kinda glad that these balances are good. I don't know if good is the word to describe them, but they've been trying harder, that's for sure. Like, they've definitely been trying harder this time around. Like, cause freaking... I'll be honest, like, the past balancing patches have been inconsequential at worst, because most of them have been just number tweaks, right? Outside revamps. Sure, revamps did some things, but mostly it has been just number tweaks. So like, oh, so bottom 20 gets 10%, they go up. The middle 20 gets 10%, they go up. And then the top 20% gets 10%. And the whole thing rotates and we're just back where we started. That's how the KDNF balancing rotation revolved around for the past... How many years? I don't know. And maybe some, like a couple classes would go up and down in between. But the general like group of bad classes, medium classes, and good classes, they usually stayed more or less the same. And they don't like fluctuate too much. But at least this time around, they try to do things outside just regular like number tweaks and try to do some like, I don't know, oh, let's change some talismans so they're usable, or give these skills some more like delay reduction or iframe things, and these changes are like actual changes, right? Not just number tweaks, and that's nice. Not just ooh, monkey unga bunga number go up, we do 5 million damage more now. That's crazy. I'll take my infinite super armor on Striker. I keep habitually reading essay A Secret Agent. Speaking of which, I wonder when we'll get the last 2 batches of balancing patches. I hope it comes with a Bakal Hard, which will be next month. Though I won't be around to play Bakal Hard because I'm on vacation. But yeah, hopefully soon, because Bakal Hard is coming September 19th, if I'm correct. And hopefully they'll bring in like a major chunk of balancing patches then as well. Though I won't be around to play that because I'll be on vacation from September 15th to August 15th? Yes, I'm time traveling. No, September 15th to October 15th. Just an early disclaimer. I'll be on vacation then. So I won't be streaming, I won't be playing DFO. And I won't be around to play Bakal Hard. But to be fair, I don't really care about Bakal Hard. I don't even know if I want to bother with it until, you know, Celestia update where we become crazy strong and just steamroll over it like a joke. It feels like Bakal right now feels kind of a pain in the ass to play. It's a cool raid, it's fun in some ways, but it's also kind of like a pain in the ass in some ways. Thank God it's once a week. If it was twice a week, I would be dead. But yeah, was there anything else that I wanted to say? Those are done. There wasn't any big KDNF patch. They did tweak their Meister Legion, but we don't even have Meister Legion, so it's irrelevant for us. So I'm not gonna talk about that. We will most likely get the tweaked version anyway. Doesn't matter. I guess not. Oh yeah, the Celestia stories are coming out. But I don't think they, as I always do, they reveal like the stories bit by bit every week. So I think I'll just wait until they reveal everything, which will be, I think, around the time of the Celestia test server update, so around 2 weeks from now. And I'll just discuss the stories all at once. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else that I wanted to talk about. So yes, I'll be closing up shop now. Unfortunately, there is no one else streaming DFO right now, so I can't raid anyone. Thank you everyone who swung by today. Thank you Kaihyun for the raid again, and the raiders, and everyone who gave me follows today. I'll be back on Friday with more regularly streamed DFO schedules. Yes, that's what I meant to say. No, I meant to say regularly scheduled DFO streams. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And I'll be back with more DFO shenanigans and things to talk about. Oh. Laters, dude? Indeed. Thank you again to everyone who swung by today. And yeah. Farewell, everyone. Stay cozy. Halfmango out.